to make the call right now and say that this kit is by far the best kit of this year. And I think Puma themselves have pushed the boundaries for all their teams. The Newcastle United kits for second and third kit have only been released a few hours ago, and I think when this episode will go live, you'll see how and why Puma has done this. I think they're really pushing the game for football kits in this sort of, current stage of the generation of kits, to 2020. But I think out of all the manufacturers, and as I said in the previous episode for the Manchester United kit, I think Puma's trying their best to stand out above everyone else. And like I said, Man City's away kit for this 2020 campaign, 2021 that is, I think this away kit has to be the best kit released by Puma or any other team out there. So it's a big call. Now, why do I say that? Well, you've got to sort of picture it in a way where a kit collector would see it, but I think as a club kit, I think with what Man City has done in the past few years, and I know a lot of people will say, oh, but they've only recently come to that position, but Man City's been producing some amazing kits. When Man City had the Brothers sponsorship, that was one of the standout kit. But I think when it comes to this year's away kit and the home kit, which I'll speak about in this episode, I think this year's away kit will get a lot of sort of fans and non-fans to wear and don the kit. Now we can talk about the whole thing where you should only support one team and wear the whole kit, representing the team you support. But there's a lot of people out there that will collect the kit, and I think this kit is going to be that one kit this year. And when it comes to a home kit, I think Man City and Puma have done an amazing job. When it comes to a home kit, as mentioned in the Man United kit, it's really hard to change a home kit, and a lot of teams have tried it over the past few years, I've mentioned before, but I think Man City has finally tried that in a different way. And I think this kit as a home kit does work. And when I first saw the earlier leaks via Footy Headlines or just any footy blog out there on Instagram or any other social media platform, I think the kit render wasn't the best, but now seeing it in person and of course the photo shoot that Puma and Man City had released, I think this kit grew on its sort of idea that it was a mosaic piece. But I think when it first was released, I wasn't a huge fan of the block and the white sort of parting between the kit, but seeing it now, I think it does work. So an amazing job again by Puma. Now, when we think about Puma and Man City, it's a massive deal that recently happened. Puma did sign a £65 million deal with Man City, but that also goes across their all sort of city football groups, which involves Melbourne City, Montevideo, Girona. So what an amazing piece of work that Puma and City Football Group have put together. Put that into some sort of bubble with what they had previously with Umbro and Nike. I think it's Nike had a $20 million deal and Umbro had around £5 million. So yeah, Puma's put a lot of effort into securing this deal. And it's only been about 2 years, so last year, 2019, 2020 being the first season. But with what they did with the, references to the Manchester history for the club, I think Puma's pushing the Man City brand in a correct and perfect way. I'm really excited to see what they will do for the third kit this year. Puma does have their connection with Baller, and there has been rumors of, Puma and Baller doing what Jordan and Nike have been doing with PSG. But I think Puma has had the opportunity to show that they mean business. And only seeing the Newcastle United kit the other day, I think this is a match made in heaven. I'm really excited to see what else Man City will produce over the years to come. And a lot of the kits released by Puma have been influenced by the city itself, or whatever makes the city that they're representing. So when it comes to the Man City kits, this is literally drawn back to what makes the club. Now, a lot of Man City fans will remember Mark Kennedy, but he designed a mural and a piece of mosaic at the club Northern Quarter. And if you go to the City Football Group training facilities in Manchester, you will see a lot of mosaic pieces across the youth facilities. But I think it features like company and heart. But yeah, I think also from memory, walking the streets of Manchester early last year, I did come across a lot of the artwork across the city with mosaic pieces, which was designed by Mark Kennedy himself. And I think recent interviews with the club and Soccer Bible have mentioned that Mark Kennedy has been honoured, you know, to have his hard work represented in the home kit for Man City. So a beautiful sort of testimonial thing for the club and of course Puma to do for a lifelong City fan like Mark Kennedy, because it is for the club and for the fans in general. So it is good to see them putting that in a full retrospect and yeah, representing what means to be a football fan. Now, to review the kit and give you my feedback, I think this is a simple but also elegant kit. It will grow over time to become one of maybe the best home City kits in, you know, in the 2000s. So if you have recently purchased another Puma kit like this one here, the Borussia Dortmund, it does feel exactly the same in material wise. But to give this kit, the home kit, a review, I would definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5. I would have liked to have seen the mosaic go around to the back, but of course with all the legal matters when it comes to name and numbering, but there's a few nice details that I do like about this kit. For example, on the back of the net, it does have City, and it's something that Puma did with Borussia Dortmund, so I do see this running across a lot of the Puma teams. And of course, if you are shopping Puma kits this season and you want to make sure it's authentic and real before you purchase it, Puma does have the new technology and the tagging at the bottom right of the shirt, and of course inside the bottom left they do have a code. So make sure you do authenticate the kits if you're buying them from non-authentic websites. But of course, buying it directly from the club or as today, these kits are supplied to me by Ultra Football. So this and the away kit will be available at ultrafootball.com. Now let's talk about the away kit. I think this does work well as an away kit. I've always liked dark kits, and I think having a black kit or a dark kit like this will play a big part in the club standing out on the pitch. But of course, seeing a new amazing talent like Ake and Ferran Torres come to the club to don this kit will be a statement for them and their career. Like when Sane came to the club, I remember him wearing that two-tone color blue kit for Man City when they had Nike. So I think seeing players like Ferran Torres wearing this kit alongside Aguero and the crew, I think this is going to be a really memorable kit for the club and the fans. Not only does the shirt represent Manchester with the tunnels and the canals, but I think looking at it from afar, I've mentioned it with a friend of mine that it does represent a beehive, and of course Manchester does represent itself with the bee, the working bee. So, and I think what they've done with the colorway when it comes to the crest, the Puma logo and Etihad, using the rose gold, it just connects it to that honeybee sort of feel. I think even having the slight tinge of blue for the detail across the shirt also represents well with the club. But like I said at the start of this episode, this is by far my favorite kit of this year, and I don't think anything will take it. I have seen rumors of many other kits, and there's one in specific that I think will be a topper, and it is the Inter Milan third kit if the rumors are true. But I will say it right now, this is definitely a 5 out of 5 kit for me. City fan or not, if you're willing to buy one of these kits, remember that Puma, as I mentioned before, have done an amazing job with both these kits. So I'm really excited, like I said, to see what they will do in the third kit. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.